Happy Summer Sunday. Got a factions game, which I didn't realize when I joined was not an auction. So we did pick, which I haven't done in a very long time. But should be fun anyways. I've got Firewalkers and light on a sick track for the Enlightened, so worried a little bit about that. Geologists and Mermaids. Let me pick a color here really fast. We're on Fire and Ice map and cluster scoring. So we got green, red, blue in the middle. So brown. Brown feels pretty good here. So yeah. I've played for a while. The track is okay for them. Clusters is decent for Firewalkers. We're gonna see what scoring I'll get here. I'm actually hoping for big building and maybe trying to open with like Sanctuary or something funky. Just because points. But we'll see. Very strong setup for the Enlightened. Luckily, not an amazing setup for the Geologists. I was a little annoyed. I actually wrote in the chat, like, please don't pick KOE or Geologist. And then right after that, guy's like, nope, I'm picking Geologist. It's like, come on, man. But, all right. So we're going to start double center here, Firewalkers, and just see what we can do. Geos will probably open straight to C5. Okay. Firewalkers, I got lots of options. There's, I think, enough scoring late in the game here. I think I want to probably try to hit this round 4 TP round pretty hard. Firewalkers. No auction is so strange. It's a really nice set with the double air rewards early. Part of me kind of wants to take the priest just to deny it to the Enlightened, but let's make the I'm going to try to make the that. And if they don't, we'll just all be sad. I guess actually it depends. If I guess it's very unlikely to take the big building tile. He's most likely going to take the spade. Wow. Mermaids start F6 instead of, or sorry, H6 instead of F5. That's super interesting. So where are the rest of these guys going to go? Geos. I mean, Geos definitely could start G5. It's going to be G5 or G7, I assume here. And then Enlightened, but Enlightened are probably going to start C4. So I still think C3 is pretty clearly the right move here. I can get down to this if I need to. So we're missing dwelling scoring, which is not nice for Firewalkers, but we've got the other tiles. So I think we'll be okay. Okay, we did get G7 for Geos. This is good, spreading people. Let's see what Enlightened do. I'm guessing this is C4. We could do something like F3 if they're worried. All right, so assume this is the spade. Enlightened, if the priest does fall the Enlightened, they won't feel as tempted to take the priest power action, and then there's actually a world I could nab it and get first priest to air, which would actually be pretty good in this game. I wonder if Mermaids are thinking about temp ship, doing like a dwelling rush of sorts. He could definitely do that. Temp ship, dig, like... No, he went with the priest. Wow. Interesting. What do the Mermaids want with the priest here? Maybe just to send it to air. All right, well, I'm definitely building now. So I think this is going to be a sanctuary opening. Probably on C3. I think D8 is just going to sit because I assume the Geos are going to build C5 with their first action. If they don't, I think I would consider probably digging it to fire. What's up, L4? How's it going? You would have gone spade? I think with Firewalkers, like, points are spades. So, especially a big build round, feels like the right move to me. But, or you would have gone spade as Mermaids. I would have gone spade as Mermaids. Enlightened getting the spade is a little ridiculous, but I guess it's better than them getting the priest. Now the question is, do you think he risks not as Mermaids? Yeah. Do you think he risks not? Wow. Oh, okay. So Enlightened did not take the priest, and he built E5. So a couple nice leeches for me. That's fine. Don't have to open with a dig now. So should I take the priest? I'm very interested in the workers action because that's what will enable me to open sanctuary. Sanctuary plus a dwell. But this is also a super sexy priest. So I'm pretty tempted to take it. Plus, it keeps in the line. Yeah, we're going for it. Now, there's a chance that... Because basically, any upgrades gives me more leech now. So I'm going to get a ton. And I can do some conversions upward if I need to generate some points. I think the interesting question here is whether or not Mermaids... Oh, here he went? What did he do? He just upgraded. Oh, great. So first priest to air, all mine. Amazing. Love it. That's super cool. And makes opening sanctuary that much better here because I don't like my work. The lower work is going to absolutely murder me. Now, one question, something to think about, is should I take Air 2 here? Because I'm probably taking Earth 1 plus an Econ favor, I think. I mean, I could go Earth 1, Water 1. That's actually playable, as crazy as it seems, because points sort of are your economy. But Air 2 would give me an extra worker, and I could send another priest to Air next round for the double spade, which seems pretty good. Everyone is so low, Snake, because this was a non-auction game. Yeah, for anyone who's joining late, this was Pick Factions, which I didn't realize, actually, when I clicked join the game. I think it was Vertane who actually set the game up, so I don't know if he did that intentionally or not, but I got into the game and it was like, oh, we're just picking factions. So, okay. Which I haven't done in a really long time. So Enlightened did Power Priest for their stronghold, which makes sense. I just realized G are on temp ship. Is there anything I have to worry about with that? Not really. The only hex I really care about is B5. And that's fine. They're not going to get taken. So, okay, so now I think it makes sense. Head and take the workers action, right? Yeah, so should I can do some up conversions so that I don't have to fully burn, particularly if I want to. I think that seems like a good idea. I need 11, I need 14 sanctuary. I've got coins. So I think I should just do all of these. Because then the 5 I generate from building the sanctuary will be enough to do a dig for a dwelling. And this way I only burn 2. I mean, the other option is I do this and I upgrade first. Anyone else is actually going to take the workers action? The geos could. The geos definitely could. So I better do this now. I'm burning a little low here too. At 7, is that really bad? I think it's probably okay. Here come the geos. Just building everywhere like they always do. Such a silly faction. What happens if I move the marker? I don't lose any VP. I lose VP when I dig. Yeah, I don't understand the I didn't understand the Mermaids priest there. That was surprising to me. Okay, now we can start upgrading. Yeah, so I can move the fire marker up at any time. I mean 1 power for every step that I move up. And when I want to move my VP down, I can never move it below the fire marker. So right now I have to dig even if I wanted to. Luckily, I don't want to until I get this sanctuary up and get those points. I didn't have a Earth 1 rush, which a game like this could have happened, but did not. Yeah, I didn't really understand why they didn't take either the spade tile or temp ship. Either of those would have made sense to me. The mermaids, but this is what they chose. What's super interesting is no one's going to take double dig. I think it's actually like they're the only faction that's really ever interested in double dig in this game besides me in the spade round. Double dig is net positive for the Firewalkers this round. But yeah, this whole thing is very interesting. All right. Well, no worries for me. Let's take Firewalkers. Gotta have Earth 1. Absolutely mandatory. So it looks like I'm gonna have the option of next round, which seems pretty good to me. I can dig either B6 or A5, one of the two of them, to guarantee my connection and also make these guys fight a little bit. You want his Firewalkers with no Earth 1? Wow. That's pretty impressive. That's a hard thing to do. All right, so I do think I'm going to take Air 2 here. I think my economy is just a little bit too weak without it. Is an extra worker. It'll give me an extra spade next round. Yeah, 3 TP opening is really good in a TP round for sure. I've done that. You get the TP storing tile also. Yeah, I had a nice game where I did that too. Okay, so I would have to burn one more here to build a dwelling. But I think it's the right move still. We're just going to have to be very careful with power management in this game. But that's okay. So really too bad I can't take that coins action. It's interesting. Hold on. So another option I have here, I could up invert a bunch for a coins action. If I leave myself one, then yeah, watch this. Okay, this is fun. So I'm gonna go. No, I don't want to do that. Because if I do it this way, I still burn one this way, but it's not a big problem. I'm going to pass to 4 points to get 4 for passing, and then when I build a TP, that'll give me 3, and that'll be exactly enough to do 2 digs next round, which feels pretty good. 4, and I have enough. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I think this is better than building that one dwelling. This game has too many ways to score for Geos to want Earth 1. I mean, Geos do have a tough time scoring. Their economy is going to be amazing with the full dwelling rush, but yeah, I think they can spam some TPs here. They're still in a pretty good spot. So my first action, if it's available, well, it'll be available. My first action is going to be Priest to Air. Interested to see what the Enlightened do here. He didn't get any priests down last round. He didn't do any priest conversions, which is very different. Now, one thing I should think about is, yeah, so we built the shipping here, and so I'm kind of hoping they dig build their first. I'd like to build a dwelling that's actually useful next to something. So maybe Mermaid will be free, or if basically I don't want to put my TP on D8 because it doesn't like build toward anything. I'd rather have that sit there. Mermaids can build next action. This is good because if I do this now, if I want upgrades, I still get full. I don't have to sacrifice. As Firewalkers, you get points for leeches. You want free leeches. Giving up points for leeches is annoying. Slash just bad. So I'm kind of hoping that Mermaids here now build B3, and then I build a dwelling on B4 and build my TP there. Geo's going to get a town this round. I assume they're going to build TPs on F4 and F5. Did I need one more point? Yeah, if I want to build dwellings this round, I need 8. I need to be able to go down 8. And right now it's 5, plus I'm going to get 3 for building this TP, and there's my 8 to be able to build 2 dwellings. What did the Mermaids just do? Priest to Earth, so he did not build on B3. So maybe I just if I still play this. Where are the worker skips for Firewalkers? Standard fire faction, so 4th dwelling and then the last dwelling. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna dig it and not build it. No, I'm just gonna build it. And I'm gonna hope that the mermaids, if they don't upgrade D8, it's a little annoying, but it's manageable. Oh, I just realized I also can take a power action. What power action do I want? How has no one taken a power action? That's crazy. Probably should have taken something right there. I guess coins is coins, right? And there's no 6 coin tile? Yeah, 4 is the skip. Right, there. No sort basing there. Alright, half assume mermaids are going to build their dwelling with their next action. I guess they could take a power action too. Oh, you know what I didn't think about? Yeah, Act 4. You know what I didn't realize that I didn't think about was I picked up 2 points for building this dwelling. So I actually all the conversions, so it's okay. Nothing wrong with having more points. I assume Geos will do this in the chat, right? What can he build right now? He's building red. Okay. No, it took 2. Wow. That is shocking. Geo's shipping costs 2 priests and 6 coins. So the ship towns are just so good for them. But he decided not to take it. That's pretty wild. Okay, well, I don't think anyone's going to upgrade next to me at this point, so I'm not too worried about foregoing power, or at least not upgrade next to C3 here. So let's just take Act 4. See, I would have, if I were Geos here, I would have upgraded shipping and built on A7 in the hope that I could then next round build on B6, or even take a worker's action and build on B6. Now, of course, I, as the Firewalkers, am not going to let him build on B6, and especially now that the Enlightened have built A6, I'm going to build B6 myself with my second dwelling this round. Oh, so he's going to expand this way. So I wonder if he's probably just gonna like leave these guys and then try to do them much later in the game. He's just gonna run out of room, I think. Well, now I get to build this TP here, which is what I wanted to do. Oh, nice. And then we're gonna build B6, which is another cluster. We haven't really talked about the cluster scoring this game. That's the one thing that's not good for Geos. I mean, actually, like lots of towns. So no one is particularly well suited toward clusters, but Firewalkers can certainly play clustery, especially with their stronghold. If and when I back on the stronghold tile, particularly I'm thinking maybe like round 4, round 5, I'll plan on building the stronghold and trying to score some clusters. Okay. So now one thing is, do I have any concern about B5? I don't think so. Actually, I can do well now. Oh, that's amazing. All right, so we're gonna do this. Right, because I'm gonna get 2 points back. Oh, that's awesome. I can build this and B5 this round. That's great. So B6 to connect and to kill the Geos town. and then b5 to secure the space for my own town. Now I'll probably have to ultimately build expensive DP on b5 to finish that down. That's okay. Or I guess I could build stronghold on b4. Maybe that's better. And now I've started thinking about where I want to go elsewhere. So actually, awesome power here. So now actually I'm thinking, am I better off doing something like building on b4 while I have temp ship versus b5? I think I might be. I guess I'm not going to build stronghold on b4 because I definitely want to build a temple for water 1 there before I build any more TPs in round 4. I'm assuming the Mermaids will take double dig next round. It'd be cool to get it for myself because it's basically just 4 free points. But I guess my other thing is I could just pass for the big building tile. That's better than being right now. It might be. Enlightened are probably going to pass. They're probably going to pass for the big building tile if I don't. So here's the question: is would I rather do that? I think I'm going around, not in like big. I mean, I lose temp ship, but I can also advance my shipping next round. To pass for this building. I mean, I could consider building the stronghold now, actually. Because I could build the stronghold and build b5 and have a town. And that actually seems quite good. Let's think about it. We'll be right back. Okay. So yeah, I think it's more. I think this is going to be the play. I think it's going to be exactly 5 workers. So this is perfect. So I can build stronghold on b4, dig build b5, take a town, which will be a ship, and then next round I go from there. But I'll pass. I guess I'll only pass for 3 cluster points next round, but I can just make it go up from there, which is. I can build a town here probably. So now they get by the ace and soon you're going for sanctuary here. So I could build a7 myself and build a nice 4-hex town of some sort here. Can't build the other ones are cheap for me. That's the one thing about the Geos is they don't have a home terrain. So I have 5 that are cheap transforms as Firewalkers. Firewalkers. And spade. Oh, right. I also have my 2 spades coming in, so which is effectively just a bunch of resources. Oh, that's cool. All right, so I can load one first, as long as I'm not worried about B5, which maybe I'll dig build first to be safe here. I've done a couple power conversions first. I'm wasting leech. This poor power management. I mean, man, the Enlightened, who don't like power actions, are the only ones who can actually take any now. This guy took double dig, so I'm actually going to start with this. On the off chance that someone gets fresh. And then we'll just do a couple of these so I can actually... Oops, that's not what I wanted to click. That is what I wanted to click. So we can take some free leeches. Now, one thing is there going to be water 1 pressure? I mean, potentially? But probably not. Assume Enlightened... I don't know what Enlightened are doing here. He hasn't sent enough priests to the cults. I don't know if this guy just hasn't played a lot of Enlightened or what. It was a beautiful setup for them, but I feel like one of the things that makes Enlightened so good is sending like at least, 2 or 3 priests to the cults in round 1, which he didn't do. And also didn't build a temple. I mean, he can build one this round, I guess, but... Okay. Oh no. Time running out. What's happening? What's up, fatty? Yep, good old Firewalkers. Oh, alright, cool. Took his move. Yeah, we did Firewalkers Sanctuary opening. Do what the track tells you to do, right? All right. And amazingly, these power actions are still here. It's just ridiculous. Can I get all the way back up here? I think so. Amazing. Look at that. Next time I'll take workers if they're still there. Just gathering up all the resources. Geo's here. Did he take a... What did he take? Did he take... So he did take water 1. Okay. So still hypothetically some water 1 pressure next round, maybe? I mean, you think most people might be thinking about waiting until round 5 to build another temple because of the temple round. But if there's pressure, the mermaids probably want it. Enlightened, I imagine, here are going to start with Earth 1. But I could also see them building a sanctuary pretty soon for Water 1. Air? Did he say Air 1? What? Why? Oh, he undid. Must have been a misclick. Okay. It's like there's no way. Yeah, okay. That would have been very strange. But no, yeah, so Earth 1 makes a ton of sense here. How do Firewalkers interact with dig scoring? So if they get a true spade from the power actions or the bonus tile, then they get the points. But their natural transform abilities don't count as spades. But if they get a true spade, they get to move their fire token back 4 spots, and then they would also get 2 points. Okay, workers action. So this is great because now I can build this stronghold. And take it'll be a priest town, actually. Since priest towns are better than ship towns for the Firewalkers, since you can just use those extra points to make up the coins. Or almost enough. Almost enough to make it truly even, but with the extra points, it's better. And then I'll build... I guess I can build 2 dwellings. So I'll probably do that. I guess the other option would be I'd have to do a worker conversion to build a dwelling and a temple, so I think that's probably not worth it. I think just 2 dwellings. Oh, especially since I can build them as new clusters, which will then pass for more points with the stronghold, which is nice. So I'll build like probably D4, C2. Okay. Yeah, I like the stronghold fatty because I was talking about this earlier, because I'm on the stronghold pass tile, so it's worth 4 points there, plus all the cluster scoring that I'm going to get, plus it allows me to form a town this round and just continue the snowball, and then I'll try to build Water 1 next round, especially now that Mermaids and Enlightened both went for Earth 1. I think it should be okay to get Water 1 next round. I only lose the points for 1 TP doing it in this way, and I get more than that back with all the stronghold scoring. I just realized I can also throw another priest on Earth if I want to. Not another, I can throw a priest on Earth. Or I could claim first... Well, never mind. Okay, so I could claim first priest of fire. Or I guess I could advance my shipping twice. How viable was Earth 1, Water 1 first? I think it was viable. But I think I made up more than 6 points. Yeah, I only did Air 2 because it was double air rewards in the first 2 rounds. Alright, so ship advance. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a second ship advance. Or if I want to send a priest to fire. I think I'd rather send priest to fire. The second ship advance, I'm thinking about where I could go. I could go to E6, so like this is actually kind of a nice area to potentially build a town. Where are geos on the wheel? They have brown and green, so he could go to E6, but I think he's much more likely to just go for H4. Well, plus if I build E6 first. So yeah, maybe the ship is worth it, and I can go down, and this can be a second town right here, like some 4 hexes here that no one else really seems to want. And then I still do D4, because this opens me up to get have some more optionality for late game dwellings. Yeah, so I think that's what this is going to be. So we're going to do another ship. Not to mention these are points that I just then turned back into economy, so. Oh man, am I going to pass on ship scoring? That would be sick. I wasn't even thinking about like pass tiles this round. That just falls into my lap. It's incredible. Oh man, now we're kind of in the same boat that I was in a couple before. Should I just do this right now? I don't think so. I think this time I should actually build the dwellings. Let's see, I need 8 so I can go up to 32. That's perfect. The perfect amount. That was cool. Yeah, I think ship scoring is really nice for Firewalkers. Enlightened might take it right here. We'll see. But I could see them taking like a priest or coins too. Cold coins is pretty good for them, especially since they don't have water too. But that also makes sense. Cold coins is totally fine for me also. Well, now I'll have 3 options for scoring tiles in round 5, which is great. Okay. No ability to enter next round with perfect power situation. Oh, actually, that is not true. Because of production, I'm producing 6. So if I go like that, I'll be perfect. Okay. Nice 8 points from there. Cool. All right, so this round we want to build TP, Temple Water 1, and another TP, ideally. Maybe even one more if I can get the workers action. Which I think I might. Ooh, okay. Here comes the Water 1 rush. So now we might miss it. I wasn't thinking about Mermaids going Sanctuary. So I assume Enlightened are going to go Sanctuary Water 1. So that's a little unfortunate. It's not terrible. I can just build multiple TPs this round and build Air 1 next round. And it's probably not that big of a difference. The difference is that I would build Air 1 next round anyways. But that's alright. Alright, let's take some workers because... Well, the fact that the Enlightened just built that TP makes there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance? I don't think this Geos player is ever going to connect. I guess there are still 2 ship towns. So if he gets 1, but he needs 3 shipping to connect. You like the use of the flame barrel? Yeah, I find it's really important to use it throughout the game. Like you don't want if you're sitting on a giant gap, you're just basically having resources that you're not putting to use. So you really should try to line it up, and it's also very useful for getting your power into the perfect spot to be able to accept free leeches, which are awesome for firewalkers. All right, well, he still hasn't done it, so we're going to start building toward it and see what happens. And if Enlightened doesn't take water 1, then all the better for me. Where's Geo's on the wheel? They're still... Okay. They unlocked... They did something to unlock Yellowback. That's interesting. I guess he wants to build I4? Why would you not just build H4? That's a weird one. Round 3 you should always be in that setup? Yeah, that sounds about right. I trust you on that one. You played a lot more Firewalkers than me. Let's see. Coin Town for the Mermaids. How is this Mermaids game? I guess it's not... It's not bad, but he's got a bit of an awkward... He needs a lot of digs to get this down here. Either has to go to, like, E1 up this way, but then he's going to run into his own town. He's just kind of... He's a little boxed in. Not starting on F5 was a very strange choice, in my opinion, for Mermaids. All right, well, hey, look at that, water 1. So one thing I'm looking at here is... Ooh, Mermaid. Double dig for H4. Wow, well, I guess Geos are going to be happy they have that yellow now. So what I was about to say is I could build a dwelling on E7 and then build a TP there, and I could use this priest as a worker. And I think I'd have enough coins. 5. I think I have enough coins to do that. My other option that I think is better is just building 2 TPs on dwellings that I have. And my worker production is going to get a little low that way, but I think it's okay. The other option is if sending a priest to water plus the water step would get me some, but it's only, in the end, it's like, 2 coins, basically, is that spade. But I guess the cult position is probably more relevant. I think building the dwelling is not the right answer. So let's just build I guess a TP here. I don't think this is going to be a many towns game from Firewalkers, but given its clusters, that is probably okay. Oh shoot. Didn't do my conversions. Damn it. So let's see, I've got 13. Do I have enough to do priest to water? I'm gonna have to do priest to water and still build the other TP. If I can do that, then I think it's worth it. But that requires a double worker conversion. But it's effectively, each one is 3, so that's effectively 6. So I actually think I do. I think I do, right? No. Maybe? I can't even do the math. Honestly. We're just gonna see what happens. Important notice. Oh, it's only for turn-based games. Okay, good. I was worried they were gonna mess up my stream here. Someone done the math. Can I afford this TP with this power? I think I can. I think I can. But let's do this first. I need 9 power worth of free conversions, which I have exactly. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Well, it's not lucky. It's like heuristics, I guess. All right, I need 3 coins, and then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm good. I can do this and this. You would pass? I don't think Geos are gonna pass. I don't think they're gonna pass. I'm doing this. This might be dumb, but I don't think they're gonna pass. I guess I should not do this upgrade. I think he's gonna build another TP. He got so many resources. So I didn't do the conversions there because I need to wait and see what my production is. Like if I do land on this ship scoring. See? You feel like our econ's in a rough spot? Yeah, it's a little tough. The workers are a little tough. But I've been getting power actions. Yeah, see, now I get to do this. I do agree it's easier to make coins. That's definitely true. Geos finally took a ship town. That's good for them. Glad I didn't bother trying to expand up there. Let's see. Black. And then he still has blue and green. May not be building towns like at all any more towns at all this game. This might just be like this round. If I can get the workers action, yeah, I really would have liked one of those worker pass tiles, either big building or TP, I guess. The economy definitely is in a bit of a tough spot. But what I'd really like to do probably is build like a temple and a dwelling and a TP, something like that would be nice. Which I think I can do. And advance my shipping. That's 14 coins. Everything I'm building gives me points. So I should have the coins. I have to use one priest as a worker. That's okay. I mean, I could just build more dwellings. Build like 3 dwellings and a temple instead of another TP. That might be better, just to produce more workers. That's probably better, because the next round I basically want to build as many dwellings as possible, and I can figure out if I go for another town next round or not. It kind of depends if Geos build any of these hexes. If these are still available to me next round, then great. Otherwise, I don't really have another good town spot unless I want to do a 6 VP dig, which I don't really want to do. But okay, we're definitely taking these guys. My god, we might be getting an Air 1 rush. Ooh! Luckily, it's the Geos who don't have it, so I can get it before them. That was close. That would have been bad. Definitely want that Air 1. This is a very different Firewalkers game, isn't it? Just building like random dwellings all over the place. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna build. I've definitely decided I'm gonna build a temple and then dwellings. Probably 3 dwellings. I guess I could potentially just build 2 and send the priest to a cult. I guess it would have to be fire. Well, we'll see on that one. Okay, so we're gonna build Air 1. mean, the cool thing is I'm going to pass for 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, potentially like 21 points. 20 or 21 points. So that's pretty fun. Jews are about to have like their entire board built. And only 50 points to show for it. He sunk so many buildings into these two towns that he's not even going to be that competitive on cluster scoring, I don't think. He's actually doing fairly well in the cults. Although also, again, if he wants to connect, still has a huge resource investment coming. There is one more ship town left if he decided to go for another town, and he'd basically be completely abandoning cluster scoring, but would probably win network. Okay, next question. Where do I build my dwellings? One thing to keep. I think it might have to be 2 from a resource perspective too. Here, I don't know if I have enough to do 3 because of the dig cost. So, I guess like H9I8 maybe, or no. Let's go to G2. 1 because it might get me some leech, and 2 because it gives me more options over here. And then I guess B2 is an option too. Is that a better option? I think he's going to come here first. Yeah, I'm only going to have enough for 1 more dwelling anyways. Yeah, I'll do the ship upgrade with the next one. That's a good point about passing. Yeah. We'll do that next. Especially since the next dwelling doesn't produce. Actually, yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really want to build the next dwelling if I can't build 2 more, because I'd rather build the next round than dwelling round. So I guess it's just the 1 dwelling. But yeah, mermaids are getting pretty close to passing here too, so. Okay. Since I'm not building a dwelling, we're fine to do this. And then if I need another action here, I can just send a priest to a cult, which does give me coins back. So if Enlightened don't pass right here, either way I'm good, because the mermaids have no more actions, provided they don't get a lot of leech from somewhere. So it ended up being a 19-point pass. A little less than 20. 20 would have been fun. That's all right. All right. Same move for me then. One second. All right. Pastime it is. Let's see, we're going to produce 7. I guess I'm technically passing for 17 and then generating 2 on the income because this is the temple is income points, not pass points. So slightly less fun. But still, nice positioning. So I have 5 workers. So that's my 5 dwellings. And then with conversions can potentially do more. So the next question is, do I bother with a town? Because if I build everything as an independent cluster versus a 4-structure town, it's 4 points difference? No, 3 points difference. Yeah, I agree about the priest, Fatty. Although sending 1 to fire here is a little tempting. But yeah, if I could build, well, never mind on the fire. So I would say the coins action, but I don't even need it. So I still have to decide about the town. So where are Geos on their wheel? So he's on red. That's the annoying part, is that if he decided to build F7, like I assume he's going to build A7, but maybe let's wait until he builds it, and then I can decide. I think the town is worth it if I can get it. So let's just start with this. And see what happens. Because if he thinks I'm going for a town here, he'll just build F7. But I'm pretty sure it looks like he's trying to get a town up here. Yeah, I think I might just risk one actually. I know he's got the dwelling now, but like, is there any way he doesn't build that? Like, that would be crazy, right? Like, because he can build this and then A9, and he can finish this town. Like, he's not gonna sacrifice that just to block me. What towns are left? I mean, a cult town would actually be awesome for me, but priest and 11 point are fine too. There's plenty of good ones, and not that many towns left to be built. It looks like every other faction is going for one more. Yeah, so Geos went for A7, good. So he's going up here, and then Enlightened. Maybe you're still trying to get this one. Does he have fire too? No, but I guess he could take it with his sanctuary if he builds it. He's got enough resources. Just needs the bridge. And then mermaids are going to finish one over here. Well, actually, now that everyone moved a little, the cult town's not so good. I guess I would probably just take the 11 pointer if it's there. It's been a quick game, too. Hour and 13 minutes in. All right, so now I guess since the Geos actually can't build on red, might as well build this one first. And I guess I could also think about the priest town or the worker town if I think that those resources are helpful toward building more stuff. Like, I'd love to build everything besides that temple. It doesn't seem totally crazy. If I assume the priests are workers, I've got 7 left. That covers 3 dwellings and 2 TPs. So then I'd have 3 more dwellings and a TP. So that's another 5. You're right. I guess the 7 coin action would have been helpful after all in the end. But that's all right. When did it actually go? Oh, just right now. Kind of forgot about it, to be honest. Those last couple dwellings are only worth like 1 point each, effectively. So, assuming I'm going to win clusters anyways, which I think I am. Fatty, was there ever any discussion of, not that the Firewalkers need to be stronger because they're plenty strong, but was there ever any discussion when you guys were talking, testing and designing them about having the stronghold reduce the transform cost? I think it would have been really interesting. They probably would have required some other balancing, but I think it would have been interesting if stronghold, instead of this passing mechanic, just made the digs, like, made it only go down 3 instead of 4. It would have required some other balancing elsewhere because that would just make them even better. But they're already plenty strong. But you didn't. I feel like there's a good number of factions now where the strongholds do something kind of like that. There's like prospectors and Enlightened are kind of, it's not digging, but it's a form of basically making resource conversions cheaper. Acolytes even are a form of that, right? Where you get more on the thing that ultimately becomes your spades. I don't know. I mean, the Firewalker Stronghold in this form was put to great use this game. In a game with cluster scoring built it in round 3 when I was on the big building tile. Uh, Altogether, pretty cool. So Geos have to build. I'm gonna get my town for Geos, so that's good. Mermaids can finish theirs off right now. But he did not. Chose to do I7 first. So cool. So I guess, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Priest Town. I definitely want to build both these TPs because of Air 1 and the TP scoring tile and not having to spend points to build it. And then I'll just build as many dwellings as I can. Which will be, well, I don't know. We'll see. It depends on the conversions. But I think I got plenty enough places to go for different clusters too, which is cool. Because I can go up here, I can go down here. E2 is sitting there. Pop over to one of these guys, so plenty of spots. But I think the Priest Town is better than the Workers, given that it's worth, even if the Workers enabled me to build an extra dwelling, that extra dwelling is only worth 1 point versus 2 more points for the town. I guess you could make the same argument about the 11-point town versus the Priest, though. Oh no! I just got air sniped. Where'd that come from? Oh, I didn't even see that. That's annoying. Oh, that was very mean. So I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at this more. I guess that if each dwelling is only worth an incremental 1 point for me, then I'm better off. And the argument is that this would otherwise enable me to build 1 extra dwelling, which I'm not even sure if it will, but it might. Then I should just take the 11-pointer. Dwellings mean network. Oh, you're right. I was thinking about the fact that I have clusters locked down, but I wasn't thinking about network so much. That's a good point. Although I don't think I was going to catch geos regardless. Mermaids are only at 13 here. Or is he not connected yet? Oh, he's not connected. He's going to get to 15. Or is he? Yeah, mermaid. I missed mermaids. That's a good point. Okay, so maybe I should have taken workers. Well, we'll see. I can still generate quite a bit here. All right, geos are basically done. Let's just build over here. Yeah, Mermaids did really turn this game around. Doesn't have a lot of cult points and doesn't have a pass tile here, so not like he's. I don't think it's he's that close, but after the first couple rounds, it looked pretty poor. He definitely turned it on a little bit. Geo's just totally ran out of ways to make points. And Enlightened, yeah, just someone said it earlier in the chat, like, even though it looks like he's going to end up winning 3 cults, but this was a very non-culty Enlightened game in general. Like, he just didn't get a lot of cult rewards, didn't get a lot of, only closing 1 is just a lot of sacrificed power. And just a tiny footprint. He's got 8 structures. Okay. Let's build another dwelling. Actually, I guess I'll go ahead and build my last TP here. Make sure I don't forget about that. Here, Geos, have a giant leech. So how many dwellings can I build here? Each dwelling, I get the points back, basically. So 2, then another 12 would be another 2. 90. So I think I could actually build I think I might be able to build all 4 here. Anyways. So my calculation was rendered moot and the 11 points was right, if I'm doing this right. And then I actually would tie Geos on network and beat Mermaids. Also, are Mermaids... Does he have enough? Yeah, he has just enough. He's going to have to convert a priest to a coin, though. That's kind of ugly. To do this ship advance that he needs to connect. But he is going to get there. Why are Geos so off? Like, why are they low? He didn't get Earth 1, and the track wasn't that good for them in terms of the build order was a little wonky, and Geos really like to build like in order. It's like build all the dwellings, build the TPs. Just wasn't able to do that quite so well. I might be 1 TP short, actually. I wasn't counting the coins. I was only counting the workers. That's a problem. Okay, so I should have taken a priest town. Oh well. We are winning by quite a lot, yes. Although in the end here, not very many cult points. Only 8 cult points. But with the extra scoring, Yeah, looking like a pretty good score for a game where everyone started at 20. Fatty, that was the other thing you missed. This was not an auction. It was pick factions, which I didn't realize initially. Turned out to be fine, but yeah, we all started at 20. Extra scoring helps for sure. But yeah, so as we're coming down here, Firewalkers continue to be strong. That's part of the takeaway. I think the other thing is like there are more tracks that are viable for them. Like I initially always thought big building was bad, but you know what? If you get the big building tile too, and you can open Sanctuary, pretty dang good. Yeah, so I'm gonna be able to build one more here, but not two more. You think Sanctuary is the strongest opening for them? Interesting. I guess I don't know what else would be. Double Temple seems pretty good, probably, right? Nah, I guess Sanctuary is better than Double Temple. Yeah, I would say if Temple's round one, I mean, it kind of depends on what's round one, right? Like the 3 TP opening on a TP round one plus the TP scoring tile is also really strong. I've done that one. Someone else mentioned it earlier. All right, there's the end. End of the line. So yeah, it just kind of depends on what the opening is. Like if it's big building, seems like Sanctuary. If it's right, exactly. Which means that oddly, like dwelling scoring is probably the worst in round one because it's the one that's hardest to take advantage of. Because you really would want to build Earth 1 before you build a bunch of dwellings, but then you don't have any workers. Yeah, the economy off the Sanctuary is really pretty nice, especially if you get the big building tile too. I mean, you can do it with worker power, obviously, but that's not nearly as good. Because with the Sanctuary, you could potentially build a dwelling too. I chose not to, but you could if you have the big building tile and you get a workers action. Well, anyways, very fun game. Um, Despite my initial annoyance at the Geos being in the game, I still think they are kind of a broken faction. But luckily, this game did not have them present that too badly. And yeah, cool to get another Firewalkers game in. And I get one for the YouTube. A Firewalkers game for the YouTube. I haven't had that. All right. Nice. So that can go up soon. Um, anyways, hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend. And we'll see you all soon.